Good evening. Ladies and gents, I've been asked, as much as I hate to do it at the start, we are filming everything that's going on this evening, so I've asked if you can try and do Brookes Sport proud by giving us a bit of a shout at the start. Right, we're going to crack on with the awards for the evening. We've got a few different awards to get going on, but we'll soon get there. So welcome, it's the 29th edition. I think it's fair to say it's by far the biggest we've ever put together, as you can see by the marquee that you're sitting in and all the excesses that we've gone to this year. We just figured all the effort you guys put in every year, we should at least try and do the same for you. On that note, I just want to start off by a quick thank you to Tom Grenshaw and Deborah Gurdon, whose mindset and effort it was to turn this from what it was last year into what it was this year. So please give it up to those guys. Okay, before I get into too much spiel for you all, earlier on this evening, I've no idea where, but if you're lucky enough to be sat in a seat that has a sash on it, tied to the back of two, there's a business card of mine on. If you've got one, you've just won yourself a bottle of champagne. But don't ruin the sashes, we need to keep them. Are we going to winners?
Even one of them managed to take a bottle of wine and finish it. That's pretty impressive. In the time it took people to just...
One more, there should be another somewhere. Okay, if nobody wants it, we'll move on. I think that'll be no. Okay guys, right, we'll move on. If anyone finds it later on, just give us a nod and we'll find the champagne on its way to you. Okay, very briefly before we get going, we have got more awards than ever before this year. We've changed up things slightly. One of the main things we've done is we've added in 6 special sports recognition awards that we're doing for the first time and will do in subsequent years. The main reason being that some guys put in so much effort, it just seems completely unfair they don't get something. Many people after 3 years of doing so. We've also got a few spoof awards that we're going to crack on with very shortly. But as far as an update, thank you everyone. It's been a fantastic year again. We've won 4 Bucks Leagues. We've won 1 individual. Yeah, good job. We've won 1 individual overall Bucks Championship. We've won some more Olympic medals once more. We've got a new AstroTurf that's been opened up, a new boathouse that's going to be opened up within the next month. And we're looking pretty good, fingers crossed, that by the time you come back in September we'll have a new 3G football training facility over at Harcourt and possibly an extension to a climbing wall the year after. Okay, last thing before we move on to something else, I just got to take this chance like I do every year to thank all of the sports staff that do everything throughout the year to keep your sports clubs running, setting up the evening like we've got tonight, and generally making things run as smoothly as they do for you every year. And within that, yeah, give it up for the sports staff. Within that, I will just point out, I'll say a little bit more about it later on, but Chris Wilcox, who many of you will know, if not, you might see the old picture of him later on, although he won't thank me for it. He's been with us for 28 years and he retires in 2 weeks' time. So we will have some changes in that Sarah is going to be moving into an operational role, and Alice, who's been heading up the Sportivate programme, will be taking over the Buck stuff. So there'll be a slight change there going forward. Right, okay, let's get on to it. First thing we usually do every year, for a bottle of champagne and a few other bits and pieces, is we play heads and tails. Okay? It's very easy. You stand up. If you think it's going to be a head when I flip the coin, you put your hands on your heads. If you think it's going to be a tail, put your hands on your ass. If you want a bottle of champagne, stand up, heads or tails. If you get it wrong, you sit down. I'll be asking my staff to keep an eye on who's cheating. Okay, heads or tails, guys, heads or tails, take your pick. It's tails, so your hands and heads down. Okay, take your pick again, whichever you want, heads or tails. It's tails again. Heads or tails, we all set? It's tails again. Okay, you ready? Sorry guys, tails again. Okay, it's a head. Yeah! Okay, how many got left on? Heads or tails? It's tails. Okay, everybody who's still left on their feet, can they come and stand down the front here, please? Okay, turn around, face everybody else. Heads or tails?
Go on, Wilco.
I think we got some cheating going on. Okay, heads or tails, guys? Hands up, hands down, whichever you want. It's tails. You got your hands on your heads, take a seat. Okay, guys, stand up, heads or tails?
There you go. We need one left. We need one left. You go ahead.
Heads or tails? It's heads. Okay. Okay, you guys left up, come up onto the stage. Up you come, guys, up on the stage, round this way. Okay, heads or tails? In fact, before we do that, I think you've all done pretty well so far. Is Whiffer in here? Whiff. No, Whiff isn't here. Okay, never mind. Right, we got a little something for everybody that's got this far. Pass them along. If you'd like to model them now, fresh from Jack Wills, you're more than welcome. Okay, here we go, guys. Heads or tails? It's ahead. I think we got a winner. We got 2 left. Alrighty. How's the tails, ladies? Two hockey ladies. The winner was heads. Good job. Okay, raffle awards next. We've got a few decent ones. Okay, first up we've got a pair of tickets for an England Rugby International. It's either the All Blacks, Australia or Argentina. Number 97.
Raffle those, Mr. Thurston.
Okay, we've got another pair of Rugby England International tickets, number 235. 235. Okay, hold on. Number 37. 37 is for our last pair of England International tickets. Okay, next up we got a Jack Wills goodie bag for with a hoodie, t-shirts, wallet, bits and pieces like that. 67 is the winning ticket. 67. From National Anthem singer. Okay, next up we got some Jack Wills headphones. Ticket number 95. 95. Okay, we've got an hour's punting. An hour's punting for ticket number 63. Anna's taking me punting. 15. Okay, next up we have an iPhone charging case and a football. Ticket number 225. Next up, rugby ball at a bottle of fizzy for ticket 105, 105. Okay, last two prizes. They're both the same. We've got an iPhone charging case and a pair of Jack Wills pants. Ticket number 14. And ticket number 265. Okay, right, we'll crack on. We've got a few little small spoof awards, and then we're into it as well. So, moving on to the awards, we wanted to start off just with a quick shout out to all the commitment that you guys put in throughout the year, especially within your practice. Tom will put something on here that shows us just how hard our clubs practice. And you're going to have a look at how we do it Harlem Shake style.
Mate, I'm in a fucking we've only got 7 people on table.
Good work, Cricket Club.
Cricket!
Okay, next up we've got our Varsity Social Award. This is something where basically at the end of the varsity event, which you guys did a fantastic achievement of winning 2 years out of 2, we've done it now. Good job to everyone involved. There was commendable efforts throughout, but as it suggests, this was a social award. There was one team who were just outstanding all day, didn't mind making fools of themselves, left their footprints all over the tables within the bar. So we thought, for the outstanding drinking they do, we'd give them another drink. We need 3 girls to come up to collect a bottle of champagne from women's football. Good job, girls. Okay, we figured though that for as entertaining as comedy as you were at the time, neither one of you offered myself and Sarah a drink while we were there, so we thought it might be nice if we all shared a drink together right now, so we got a little shot we're all going to do. Cheers. Okay, you've earned it. Good job, women's football. Okay, next up on the social side, Alice Walton, who's overseeing our Sport of 8 side of things this year, did a great job just this week of organising a softball tournament. We had 10 teams that were involved. It was a good afternoon, barbecue going and everything. And she did promise, as well as the trophy that we've got for what hopefully is going to be an annual event, a couple of bottles of wine for that too. And this year's winners were men's football. Come on up, men's football. Good job, guys. Okay, next up is an award for, we're calling it our So Near But Yet So Far. This is basically the team who did brilliantly all year, okay? So they get 2 awards. They did a great job for us in organising their intramural sport. Probably as well as any sport did. They had a whole bunch of people playing their sport on a weekly basis, gave up their time volunteering, and for that we are going to give them a bottle of champagne. However, they also made a deal with me which they didn't stick to. They reached the semi-final of their cup, came into my office and asked me if I'd pay for a coach for them to go to their game. The deal was if they won, we would pay for it. And if they lost, they would pay for it. Well, they lost, and we haven't seen any cash anyway yet, ladies. So for that, you get this year's wooden spoon. Netball, come on up. Okay guys, next up, I just want to take a minute. I did mention before that Chris Wilcox is leaving us after 28 years, so you're going to have to allow just a minute or two for myself and the sports staff here to indulge ourselves a little bit. Some of you guys will know him, who deal with him on a regular basis, some of you won't. He's squirming in his pants right now. Basically, when Chris started, the only sports facilities that existed at Brookes were a small gym which was in the St Clair building and some football pitches over at Wheatley. So he's made a massive contribution towards getting us to where we are today, including designing the marquee that we sat in today and initially getting it built for the first time. So literally things wouldn't be happening without Chris's input. He's been a massive help for me, and we're giving him a proper send-off in 2 weeks' time. So there won't be any gift as such for him right now. But we will just play a little something that Tom put together, not me, just showing Chris over the years. Chris has taken early retirement and he's going to be travelling around Europe for the next 2 years. You know what, I said we didn't have anything for him, but I think we did find something for him for his retirement. Chris, can you come up, please? We've got your pipe and slippers. He's not retiring age, what a fantastic job he's done. Chris, congratulations for the opportunity to see you, mate.
Thanks very much. I'd just like to say thanks to all the guys that I've worked with, been fantastic colleagues. But most of all, I want to thank all you guys. It's been my privilege to work for you over the last 28 years. And trust me, I've enjoyed it immensely. Thank you all very much.
Good job, Chris. Very much appreciated. Okay, We're getting on to our varsity award next. We won 13-9, we kicked Reading's ass again. Good job, guys. We had 3 varsity captains on the day, Jack Lawler-Anderson, Joel Holmes and Harriet Bolden. However, I don't want 3 people coming up here, so we were trying to figure out who deserves it. We only made up our mind. You'll realise how recently we made up our mind. We'd like to invite up our national anthem singer, Charlotte, to come up and collect it and hug for everyone. Come on up, Charlotte, the varsity trophy. Good job to everybody involved. We're going to Reading next year, they'll be hosting us, so let's make sure we get another win. Okay, right, we're moving on to the awards in earnest now. First up, we've got one of the 4 Bucks League winners that we managed to achieve this year. We're scattering them throughout the evening. This was an outstanding result by a group of ladies who, as a consequence of their hard work, will be competing against some of their club mates next year. This is Hockey Ladies Seconds. Wants to make a speech.
Hi. Firstly, I'd really like to thank our coach, Pete Bennett, because I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for him. And secondly, I'd really like to thank the rest of the ladies too, because obviously I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for them. Woo! Thank you very much.
Well done, Hockey Ladies. Okay, next up we've got one of our special recognition awards. Again, they somewhat replace the organiser of the year, but they're not just about the organisation. We've got 6 to go out through the course of the evening, and they're all thoroughly deserved by people who put in an immense amount of effort outside of the staff, students among you who do what they can to help make your clubs function. And the first one we've got, the individual in question will probably know exactly who he is when I say he's probably been the biggest pain in my arse and thorn in my side all year. And the previous year, and the previous year. However, I know that it is out of the passion and commitment for his team that he's got. And no matter how hard he tries to make me think otherwise, I still can't help liking the guy. Dave Nolan from Rugby League, well deserved, mate.
Such an award, guys. No one will ever know how much abuse I've given Keith and Sarah over the last 5 years, except for these 2. The smile on Keith's face says it all. I'm ever so proud of our development over the last 5 years, coming from absolutely nothing, barely able to get a team to having 2 full teams year in, year out, and being, as far as I'm concerned, the cream of Oxford Brookes. I'll end on that. Thank you very much.
Okay, next up, we're mixing up the order this year, as I said, so we're going straight to our Sportsman of the Year. The shortlist, we've had a bunch of people nominated. The shortlist for this year are Nick Baker for cycling, who won the 22-mile town trial and is an overall Bucks individual champion. Peter Chambers for rowing. Peter was the only current student we've ever had from the boat club who won an Olympic medal, so give it up for his Olympic silver that Peter Chambers won for us. Freddie Coleman and Charlie Ellison for both hockey and Oxford, both put in outstanding commitment, as well as working towards hopefully professional cricket contracts, of which we now have 15. Tom Loke and Dan Studley from lacrosse and athletics have both achieved international recognition. However, with the descriptions given, there can't be anything better than an Olympic medal, so it has to be Peter Chambers. I'd like Joel myself to come up and elect on his behalf, please. So Joel myself come and elect on his behalf. Okay, next up, we have Fresher of the Year. We have a short list of 4. They are Jess Hudson for hockey, Tony Kane for ladies basketball, Cameron Granger Evans for cricket, and Cameron Moore for badminton. This year's winner is somebody who was a first team selection all year out, carried her team on many an occasion, whilst also playing representative National League hockey with Jess Hudson.
Amazing this year. The ladies' ones and my fellow freshers. And of course, Pete Bennett, our coach. So thank you very much.
Well done, Jess. Okay, next up we've got the Tom Ryan Memorial Cup. This is directed towards the boat club and an individual who shows outstanding commitment, determination and progression, and somebody who we think has got an enormous future to hopefully continue the success that we've regularly had from the guys. This year it goes to Luke Maxfield.
Cheers, Eric, for all of this, and cheer, lads!
Okay, next up, one I missed out, a special recognition award. Again, for the hard work that this lady has put in throughout the year. They didn't have as much success this year on court as they did last year. However, she has been a true asset to the club, is always in and out of the sports office, helping us get things sorted as we need them. She was one of our varsity captains, so I'd like to welcome up from badminton, Harriet Bolden. great picture. Okay, we've got another team who managed to win the Bucks League this year. Good job. Okay, the winners who also played in National League, I think they lost one game all season, which was very dubious as to some reasons behind it. But nonetheless, they've done an outstanding job all year, and that's women's basketball.
Just like to thank Alex Walton, the team and the men's team for cheering us on.
Okay, special recognition again. I don't want to get tired of these, but you've no idea how much help we get in sorting things out. This next one is actually for somebody who most of us in the sports office don't know. However, she was initially nominated as a Fresher of the Year, but she had such a glowing nomination that we couldn't really ignore her. Find out some more about what she's done to contribute to her team, and hence work towards the award she's won this evening. She's from within equestrian, and as I understand it, has used considerable means to keep her teammates going, as well as sorting out herself and competing to a very high standard. So I'd like to welcome up Bryony Lewis. No words from Bryony. She's happy. Okay, moving on. Coach of the Year, here he is, Pete Bennett. We skipped too early. Peter Bennett, ladies and gentlemen. Malfunction of the PowerPoint. Because the PowerPoint kind of gave away who he's for, I never had a chance to big him up too much, but Pete is here almost night and day sorting things out for the hockey club, more than you guys in the teams will even notice, as well as being here 7 o'clock in the mornings doing strength and conditioning work for you, out on every cold winter's night going. Pete is very deserving of it, and I'm not going to let him go without saying a few words.
Thank you, Keith. First of all, I'd like to welcome Nathan back from the toilets. As a coach, you're only as good as the teams who perform for you and with you. So I'd first of all like to thank Brookes sports staff who have been outstanding with the hockey this year. Our new Astro and facilities are indeed the envy of the Bucks leagues, and when we travel away, we realise quite how lucky we are when we come home. Secondly, I'd like to thank, obviously, all of the girls who played throughout the teams, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Their hard work and dedication, including getting up at 7 o'clock on Friday morning and coming here for strength and conditioning, has been exemplary, and the results are there for everyone to see. So thank you very, very much.
Okay, next up we have the Small Club of the Year. This, we changed up the criteria for it this year, and because we were never sure what's a small club, what's a big club, so basically the premise going forwards is if you have less than 20 competing members in Bucks, you are deemed to be a small club. The shortlist for this year's winners are badminton, cycling, both road and mountain bike, judo, and women's rugby. I told you I'd give you a shout out. This year's winners were also somebody who won their Bucks League. They won their varsity by an astounding margin. They've done some fundraising activities. They've been a great team to have throughout. And because we don't have a men's section, they are definitely a small club this year. Women's Rugby Union.
Just thank you to all the girls.
Good job, women's rugby. Okay, next up, another special recognition award from the Sports Office. Again, somebody who's put in an immeasurable amount of time, as well as competing by himself. He was part of a hugely successful cycling team, as well as being a massive part of Obrac, and one of our varsity captains, Jack Lawler Anderson.
Athletics and the cycling team. We love you.
We just want to point out to Jack as well, on the picture here behind us, he's kicking Josh Entwistle's ass on the running track here, all being lapped. I'll let him tell you the truth. Okay, next up, another team who managed to win their respective Bucks League. They won every single fixture they were involved in throughout the year, including having one player, Cameron Moore, who won every single match he was involved in throughout the entire season. Bucks League winners, men's badminton.
So that's great. Quick thank you to all the guys that played this year. Done a fantastic effort to get promoted this year. And thanks to all the staff that helped get us there. And on to a good season next year. Thank you.
Good job, men's badminton. Okay, next up, one of our hotly contested prizes every year, which is the Team of the Year. Always gives us a real tough time trying to figure out who's the most deserving of it. The shortlist this year are men's badminton, having gone undefeated all year, as we mentioned. Women's basketball winning their Bucks League and also finishing 4th in the National League. Cycling, coming 4th overall in the Bucks Trio and having an individual success in the 25-mile time trial. Women's football, who played in that league, only served by a bunch of ringers who beat them at their final game. Ladies hockey seconds, destroyed everyone in their league. And men's lacrosse, who have been from strength to strength this year, doing outstandingly. Very hard to pick amongst everybody. The winners this year, born mainly out of the fact that we had an overall Bucks champion within their ranks, as well as a 4th place overall, is cycling.
Look at that. Great team control.
Great job, cycling. The team's only been up and running for a couple of years, so to get an overall win and a 4th place in the entire Bucks is an astounding achievement. Good job. Okay, next. We got back-to-back special recognition awards. The first one, I got to say, is somebody who personally I'm very, very impressed with everything that she has done. She's run her club and got involved in everything that has been involved with, whilst through injury, through lectures, for a bunch of different reasons, has barely played a game the entire season. She managed to come through in the varsity game, and I got an enormous amount of respect for the effort she's put into Jessica Houghton, women's football. We're loving the picture, Jess.
I
just want to thank the football girls for like making like 3 years like the best 3 years at uni. Love you girls.
Good job, Jess. Way to go. Okay, another special recognition award. This is going, in fact last year this went as an organiser of the year to Danny Cowton from men's football. He did a great job with setting up the Brookes 5-a-side. Still well respected within the football club. And this year it's also going to somebody in men's football who I know he's dealt with a lot of tough things personally this year. He's kept the football club running throughout. He's running the London Marathon in a couple of days for an exceptional cause. Adam Roberts from men's football. If you leave your picture on Facebook, it's fair game.
Just a big thank you to my number 2, Chris Adlam, and generally the football lads. It's been a good year. Thank you.
Good job. Way to go, Adam. Okay, next up we've got the Mark Thompson Award. The Mark Thompson Memorial is for somebody who has just been almost a sports personality in the true sense of the word. Somebody who's been doing... He's helped us out. He's kept his club going. He's competed week in, week out. Played exceptionally well. He's dressed like a complete arse this evening. And he's also your new SU president for next year, Jerry Holmes.
First and foremost, all of you voted for me, thanks very much. But particular thanks. I've been here 6 years, which is far too long, and you know I need to sack my fashion advisor. But rugby league, no regrets whatsoever. The best club in the world. Cheers, guys.
Good job, Joe. Okay, we've got 2 awards left. Next up, Sportswoman of the Year. The shortlist for this award are Emma Jones from Oxford Brookes University. She's a leading try-scorer for Women's Rugby Union and has been instrumental in getting the volleyball club back up to where it needs to be. Jess Hudson from hockey. Best team goalkeeper who's been a match winner in her own right. Annabelle Locke from taekwondo. Continued with her international successes. And Naomi Gay from hockey, first team captain, fourth team club captain.
She'll win, won't she?
Again, very tough for us to come up with a winner on this. This year's Sportswoman of the Year is Naomi Gay.
I don't really know what to say because I didn't expect to get this against all those talented people. But thanks so much, and thanks to Pete Bennett, hero, and the hockey club, obviously. And yeah, all the first team ladies and Brookes Sport. Keith.
Okay, final award of the night. Before we wrap things up, Club of the Year. Again, always hard for us to figure out who's going to get it. I'm not going to waste too much time because we haven't got a band waiting to come on. This year's shortlist are the Hockey Club, the Cycling Club, Running and Athletics, Obrag, Taekwondo, and the Boat Club. The winning club this year, I've got a ladies section who ranked 11th nationally, a men's section who's ranked 19th nationally, as well as having a mixed social team. This year's winners are the Hockey Club.
Just a massive thank you to all the committee who have made this possible for this year. So thanks to them. And a massive... And then another massive thank you to obviously Pete and Nathan, who, without which this would never have been possible. So cheers to Pete and Nathan.
Okay, all I've got to do now, that's probably the only sober one left in the room, is wrap things up. I do want to give a big shout out to Brookes Restaurant, who took care of our catering today. Thank you guys. A huge thank you to Tom Williams and his ground staff team who look over all the pitches and the outdoor facilities for you. Chris Ross for his strength and conditioning support, Santander for the continued funding towards sports scholarships, and again, all the Brookes sports staff, you've done amazing again this year, guys. Thank you so much from myself and from everyone in the room.